Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with To Be Hero X episode number 2 reaction. So the previous episode, it was the beginning of the show and we get introduced to this character, a normal individual who you can find anywhere, and he gets involved in this incident with Nice, which was one of the top heroes. And he jumped to, like he ended his life, and he gets roped into being a hero. Now, the whole system of heroes is very interesting. Basically, if you have trust, you can gain power. The more people trust you, the more power you'll gain, and vice versa. So to become Nice, he almost looked like a lot like Nice as well. So he didn't have to do much. He just had to keep training, start training, and become like just go in front of the people and appeal to them, and their trust will remain the same because obviously nobody knows that the person has changed, and he'll become like Nice. He will replace Nice basically. And later on, he also meets his girl Moon, and there was like a little talk show. A little bit of a problem happened where like some villain came in who uses the power of fear. Like it's very interesting concept. He defeated him, and everything looked like the typical hero story until the end, where he goes to his place and sees that Moon has been killed. Now, who went there? What happened? Nobody knows. Let's see what happens. Yeah, let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Damn. Right. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Oh, she was a blogger. Damn, this is just how this how can become the hero. Like just whoa. Right. Teleportation makes sense because she's a ah crazy. Damn. Oh, I guess Nice came and saved her there. I'm assuming. Yep. Damn. So is this real or is this actually like a whole setup for the public? Oh my god. Yeah. Right. Oh. What? I don't think you would have a dream like. Oh. what is going on here? How is she alive? I don't think so. Something must have happened. What? Hello? Yep, it's all an act. Wait, what? Oh, she realized that he. That makes sense. Okay, okay, I see. Right. Okay, so it was a. Okay. Yeah. Right. I don't think you can. Wait, you just locked her? Okay. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, I guess. Damn. Well, I kind of expected it to be something like this. Just. Wait, is that a piano? What? Yeah. What? Right. That. The precision. Side effect. Ah. Hmm. Yeah, it affects the more people trust in you to be someone, you become like that. Right. Right. Okay, so what happened in the previous episode? How, like, see- yeah, good question. What? Oh, wait, so, okay, interesting. Hmm. Oh, she was talking through the portal. I just realized what's going on. Like, yeah, I thought they were sleeping side by side, but no, they're talking to the portal. 1 month later. Wait, then what about the people? Like, aren't like Nice is not outside, so damn. He's gonna make it in a swing or something? I think so. Yep. There you go. The, I'm concerned about the statues. I think it's like while in the midst of swinging, it's just gonna break, or maybe not. It's strong. The statue's strong. Well, better than just sitting around doing nothing. Hmm. Damn. Yeah. And not only that, I feel like he, he. Okay. 1 week later. Okay. Oh God, here we go. This is that one person in the beginning. What the? Wreck? What? Bro, you're gonna become a villain? Wait, what? Oh, right. I see. Oh my God, hey! Just breaking the whole damn. Um, I don't think. Crazy. Oh yeah, she can literally teleport. What? Oh my God, this is something crazy. True. 1 week ago. Okay. Um. Oh no. Oh, it fell. What? Hmm. Oh. Right. But I guess Rek is going against the scenario. What? Hello? But then. I don't think he cares. Oh, damn. Hey. Oh my god. Damn. Whoa. Crazy. Right. Nope. He knows. Mm. Damn. Oh my god. No. He's serious. Yeah. Right. He will have to. He. Yeah. He probably understand. He probably realizes in his heart that something must have happened. Otherwise, why would someone else be pretending as him? Oh god. Damn. The transition from 3D to 2D. Crazy. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Oh my god. Oh no. Damn. Oh. Mm, right. Yeah. They're basically like rivals, nemesis. Crazy. He literally became a yeah, scapegoat. And then he died. Yeah, because he wasn't there. Whoa. Wait, what? Wait. Is this real? Is she actually. Did she actually get cut? Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Mm. Damn. And the thing is, like, it probably feels a lot real to him as well because he actually saw her dead. He's probably remembering that scene as well. Damn. Even Miss J. Oh, good night, Moon. Go on, Moon. Well, she's probably here just lazing around. Yep. Oh, wait, what? How? That's why. Yeah, makes sense. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Well, she left it because she doesn't want to rely on it. And I thought that she was going to keep it and go anywhere she wants, but she doesn't want to be the hero. She left that part of her. Oh God, he's doing his, like, yeah, you're doing these detective work. What the hell? Oh my, yeah, this guy, bro, you have too much time. Oh boy, he figured it out. That's why he's so. Oh God, the hell? The octopus? No, what are those? What? Oh my God. Fear. Yep. Spotlight organization. That's the name. Crazy. Oh, he became a villain. God, I. Oh, the ending. I can't wait to meet the others as well. Like, I think we're gonna get nicer story for a few episodes, then probably switch. Damn, here we go. So I'm guessing these are the top 10 heroes. As Nice said, he wants to become the top 10. So I'm sure he'll become one of the top 10. Right. Okay. And that is it. That was today's episode. Okay, so today's episode was like more character development for Nice, and we got to see a little bit of Moon as well. But obviously, we still don't have an answer to the question: what was that? Why? Like, what the hell was that in the beginning? If you remember, like, Moon was dead, so, right. I'm guessing we'll get to know that later. What happened over there? Now, there's a possibility that someone tried to do something to Nice here. Like, maybe like that wasn't really how. Like, maybe Nice just saw her like that. Maybe she was alive, and someone did something to Nice so that he sees a scene like that, so that I don't know, maybe he. But why? Like, like that's my question. Like, if they prolonged this whole thing and tried to, like, make Nice, like despair or something, if that was like their intention, why for that one section only? Like they would try to, like, I don't know, like it's just weird that this show, like, if someone, this was someone's doing and someone tried to, make Nice fall into despair, if that was the intention, you know then why, like, why do that for that moment only? Like, what did they try to accomplish with that? Like, yeah, like, I don't know. Anyways, we don't have any type of answer to that question, like nothing. Like, Knights also kind of thought that, oh, that was probably, I was tired, that was probably my own, like, thoughts, and just decided to, like, let it go. But there must be something, something must be going on over there. Now, I did think for a moment that maybe this was like some kind of time traveling stuff going on, but it doesn't seem like that, like, because this is like, heroes are here. Like, I could just imagine someone have like time traveling power. I could just imagine that. So I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I thought for a moment that maybe it's something like that, but I don't think it's something like that. It's something else going on. Like, either someone was trying to make Nice, like, show Nice that scene and make him fall into despair or something, or I don't know. Like, I have no idea what the hell happened there. You know what? Let's keep, watching. I'm guessing we'll get to know, you know, as we keep watching it. Now, uh, the main thing of today's episode was obviously Moon. So Moon wasn't really, like going out with knives. It was pretty damn obvious. Like, I was thinking, I was like, is this a real thing, or are they like actually going out? So yeah, turns out no, it was as we thought. It was just for the public. Because obviously the more you appeal these type of things to the public, the more they'll trust you and the relationship, and the trust factor is going to increase again. Like, for the people outside, these people, like these characters, are basically characters in a play, and just like in anime, the more you watch a character, the more you get to know more about them, the more characters get involved with other characters, that particular characters get more character development, and the more character development a character gets, the more you like that character. It's something similar to that. For the people outside, they are just looking at this as some kind of a show. For them, this is just characters on the stage, just doing thing, and they are believing in them, which is obviously not wrong. I'm not really saying that's wrong or anything. Obviously people need something to believe, and that is basically, but the thing is that all these companies and everyone, they are basically using that as a way to just spread false things as well. Like, as we saw, like the whole Nice and Moon's relationship was a whole, like, like a fake thing, and they're just going along with that so that the people, the heroes in question, they can get this trust, and people trust them, people believe in them, and they become more and more, they rank more and more higher. Yeah, that's basically, like, like something like, it's a good thing, but they literally made this into a business. Right. But anyways, now obviously, as we saw, like, the whole relationship was fake. I could only imagine, like, in the future we'll see a lot of other things that the people will think that something is going on, but that is probably not what's going to be going on in the background. Maybe something else is going on. So you cannot trust anything. You cannot trust any kind of thing that we see from the perspective of the audience. When we see these, like things that are going on in the background, then we can actually get the picture what's going on. From the perspective of the audience, everything is just a show. Like nothing can be trusted. That kind of thing. Anyways, I thought that Moon was going to be important, but I guess she was just a character for the beginning few episodes, 2 episodes. I don't think we'll be ever seeing her, or maybe if you see her, maybe we'll be seeing her like snippets of her, maybe something like that. But yeah, the whole story, like the focus has shifted from Moon and Nice to Nice only, because as we saw what happened, Nice made sure to give her what she wanted. She was stuck in this whole contract of just making, like doing this fake thing, while her true passion was obviously travel vlogging. And then she literally just became this captive in the contract. And yeah, she just wanted to travel. And obviously, because she's like this person, this like character involved with Nice, she couldn't do that. So now they made this whole scenario up, and in the end, as you can see, Nice thought of this. He was like, if you want to be free, you have to fake your death. And oh no, I think no, I think Miss J gave that. Oh yeah, Miss J gave that idea, right? Wait a minute. Yeah, I think like yeah, here we go. Nice kind of introduced the whole thing that, oh, maybe if we do something to break the relationship up, then but Miss J was like, oh no, we have to kill her, then we have to fake her death, which I can see, like what Mrs. J was trying to do here, obviously, because if if you try to do something that brings in a rift in their relationship, people's trust are going to go down. How do you make, like, how do you make Moon free, and also at the same time keep people's trust in Nice still the same, maybe increase it even more? Faking her death, it's like a movie, basically. Like I was saying, it's a whole show, like playing with the emotions of people to give character, like, and on the, like, people here, like the heroes character development. And that's why just kill off a character, like it's pretty interesting, because because that's literally what so many other, I've read so many mangas and stuff that do just literally kill off a character just for no reason, because they just wanted to give the person with that character a good character development or something, like one of the tropes, like not tropes, I would say, because it's not really that prevalent. Sometimes it happens in some, but it is something that I heavily despise from the bottom of my heart. It's like literally using your characters as I don't know, like a thing that, oh, this character, just throw him to the death so that the other character can get character development. So what the hell about the other character? The fact that you build that character up this much, and then you just throw that person into the, yeah, like just for no reason, so that the other character can prosper off of that trauma, that emotional thing. Nah, man, that is some ridiculousness. Like I absolutely hate that thing. you know and it's kind of funny, because that's literally what they did here. But obviously, Moon wouldn't die for here in this situation, at least, because the characters aren't really characters on the screen, they're actual people. This helped out Moon. Moon was able to fake her death, and since obviously everyone will be like, oh, like she's dead, nobody will focus on her anymore, because everyone thinks she's dead. So she can now just go off somewhere, do her thing. But my question is, this is another thing I was thinking. Nice must be very popular, right? And if is very popular, Moon must also be very popular. Even if she goes somewhere else, wouldn't people recognize her? That's my question. Like, mm, uh, or maybe she can just put on, like, I guess people just know Moon's face on the screen in the hero costume and all that. Like her casually, I don't think many people will recognize her. Like, because you can see that Moon used to put up her hair like this, and like she just like let it go. People know the Moon who's tied up like in her hero suit and everything. That Moon everyone know. I think a lot of, unless until you're like a die-hard hardcore fan, I don't think you recognize Moon. If you see her in, like, casual clothes with her hair out like walking in the streets. Yeah, and also I'm guessing like if someone sees them, they'll probably be like, oh, this person looks like Moon. That's not Moon. Moon's dead. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Even if someone recognizes it, they'd probably be like, oh wow, you look exactly like Moon. That's crazy. And Moon can probably be like, yeah, like people told me that from very young age. Like I look like Moon or something like that. She could say anything. Like yeah. So there you go. Yeah, I think that's basically what's going to happen. It wouldn't really be that much of a problem. Right. There you go. And that's what happened. It was a good episode. Obviously, we get to see like Moon actually be free, which she wanted, because like just think about it. She just started as a YouTuber, like like a travel vlogger, wanted to just vlog traveling around and do things, and then bam, she became this whole thing stuck in a cage with knights. And even her power is just a portal because people thought about it like that, so her power transformed them. That is crazy. Imagine your powers being sculpted by the people and how they trust you. Like like people were going very crazy about this whole shipping thing with Nice and Moon. So her power became this thing which only lets her teleport to Moon's place. And this is one thing I kind of thought. I was like, wait, if that's the case, didn't they mention that her power manifested and then she met Moon? Like, sorry, Nice? Like, how then? What happened? But then I realized the powers always don't remain the same. I'm pretty sure her power manifested as like traveling to different places because that's how people knew her, a travel vlogger. So that's how her power manifested. But then when after she met Moon and she got this whole contract thing and this whole thing, people, more people started like kind of focusing more on her and Moon's relationship. So her power changed. Her power changed into this thing. That's why that happened. And that is also why, in the end, after she faked her death, when Nice said that, oh, like, let her be free, and people thought about that, her power changed again. Her power changed to be something that lets her just move to somewhere else, like a free. Now, I was thinking, like, that she was going to keep the thing, but no, she left the gun thing. Left it. It was a way of her showing that I don't want this life. It was her way of breaking free. It's a freedom. So she left it back and didn't take it with her. Take that gun. That was the last time she made use of the power, and she like moved on. And I'm pretty sure like more and more time will pass on. People will probably forget Moon little by little, and her power will probably just die down. And I don't know if she's going to start YouTubing or vlogging again. If she does, maybe she'll again manifest some power if she becomes that much popular, because that's literally what it is. When more people trust you, you're going to get some kind of a power, and like the trust value basically. So that means anyone can be a hero. Like that's literally the whole like theme of the show. Anyone can be a hero. Like, so it's kind of funny if you think about it. So basically, if this happened in our world, all the top YouTubers would be heroes based on what they do. Like if someone is like a tech, like tech YouTuber or something, he could probably just be like this crazy person who can just look at tech and immediately understand what's going on. If this person was like some kind of gaming, like a video gaming YouTuber, he could probably, I don't know, manifest things from video game. Like I could imagine something like that happening. So it will depend on what they do and what people are known for. And yeah. And here's another thing, like there's a thing called I never thought about it, like no type of what's that word, no type of like popularity is bad popularity. I think that like something like that they say, like even if you have bad reception, you can get popular. What about that then? If someone is known for a very bad thing, oh, I guess that's probably what happens with fear. Yeah, that's what I guess that transforms into fear, the fear thing that we know. You know, but no, not necessarily you need to be like, for example, there's a lot of people I can think of, like in the YouTube business, who aren't really feared by people, but they're just disdained by people hate them, like because they've done few things. And these people are also popular because if you say that name, a lot of people will recognize that. But what about that then? How does the power manifest for that? Like, wouldn't that make that person like some kind of a like a like manifest a like a bad power in them because that's what people remember them from. You know what? I have a, like there's a lot of things you can think about, a lot of questions that you can come up with because of this whole trust system. So this is a potential question that I hope that they'll answer later on, because like I said, not necessarily fear, but you can remember someone. Someone can be popular, but be for the wrong reasons, right? Like not necessarily you need to fear that person. It could be just a piece of crap human being, and you just dislike that person, but you remember like a lot of people knows that person like that. Those type of people. Anyways, I guess if this gets answered in the future, we'll just have to wait. I don't know if it'll ever get answered, but this is a question I have. Either way, I went on a tangent. Anyways, we were talking about Moon here. So yeah, there you go. That's what happened. Now we also get to meet Rek. I think that was his name, who was like his nemesis, and that's crazy. So he wanted to be like a hero. They made him into this pseudo hero kind of thing, and like a nemesis to Nice. Like people just are treated here like characters, like dolls on the thing. That is so ridiculous, man. Like obviously this whole trust system has its perks, but at the same time, like so many people are just literally like fodder for this system. For example, his whole thing was literally being a nemesis to Nice. That was it, nothing else. you know and back in the background he was good friends with Nice. He like hung out. They were both like like friends from school time. Both wanted to be heroes, and he just got into this thing when people just exploited him. And later on, when like the whole Nice versus Rek thing just got too much, and Moon came in, he just got forgotten, and he just got almost scrapped from the thing. And then obviously Nice took his life, so that's all was something that also happened. So it's just like the whole, like just like this trust system has its good parts, the bad parts of it is absolutely ridiculous. Like it's crazy, like how people are treated not as people, but as just characters on a screen. um Anyways, yeah, that was also the thing with Rek. um there you go, and that is basically today's episode. Really good episode. I really like how they did this episode. Basically, they gave Moon like character development, and using Moon's character development, they gave Nice character development as well. Now Nice wants to become the top 10 hero. We got to see a little bit of Rek as well. This is really good. Oh, and in the end, the whole section with that guy who has now tapped into fear. Oh, that another thing, like that spider thing in the end that he said. What he said was actually true if you think about it. He said like, oh, you can be a hero, but for being a hero, you need to rely on people's trust. Now anything can happen. Literally in a matter of a second, your whole life can become upside down if people don't trust you no more. What about fear though? Like you don't need to rely on people. You are the one who is in control. If you can make people fear you, that's it. People will fear you. You do not depend on them. They depend on you. That kind of thing. And like, it's not really wrong. Like I would say, but obviously that's how villains are made. And that's how he became this person who's like, yeah, I'm going to be this, and he became this like Mr. I or something. I forgot his name. And now he will be his person who Nice will have to fight, I guess, which we'll probably see next episode. We'll see. Anyways, that was it. That was a really good episode. Like I said, episode 1 was good, but this episode really kind of showed us gave us more character development for Nice. It was thorough. It was like more like well paced, beautiful. This was a really beautiful episode. Right, I'm really enjoying this. Yeah. Like, and that part was kind of not funny, but you could say it's kind of like you could say that it was the whole, like Nice was so moving, like the whole thing, that even Miss J started crying, shedding tears. You could see that. Which is very interesting because obviously we have like we are introduced to Mrs. J as just business, like person who just thinks about business and everything, doesn't have any type of human emotion or whatever, just uses people as props on the like the stage. But that she knows that everything that is happening is fake, but even she started crying at that moment, and she was like, damn, this new guy is quite good. Yeah. Right. And you know what? This is the thing. I feel like Knives will be that person who will probably change the people beside him as well. Because as you can see, Mrs. J kind of like, got emotional at that point. And people who are just, like, yeah, using like him as like a character on the stage, even they will probably start sympathizing with him. So I don't know, like people who know about his situation, obviously not the public. The public are under false pretense. They think that everything is just, yeah, everything is fake. But people who know what's going on, like Miss J, and maybe some other people who have an understanding of what is going on in the background, and even if they are like this, maybe Knights being this type of a person, like this Ling Ling, like, Ling Ling is a very different type of person than Nice. Maybe he'll change others in his, vicinity as well. I will have to wait for that. Also, we also got to know a little bit more about the original Nice's personality. He got transformed by the people's, like, like his cleanliness thing that came in, and even Ling Ling said that I'm also becoming this like clean freak because of that. But Moon was like, please don't become like that. Please, like, keep your individuality, because yeah, right. Okay, and that was today's episode. Really good episode. um yeah. Okay, that is it. That was my reaction, my overall impression. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. I'm going to do this scene by scene discussion a little bit quick today because I need to go somewhere after this. So I'll need to end the video a little bit quicker. Let me just quickly go through the episode and see if I missed anything that needed to be discussed. So the first section was, we get to see that guy, Rek, him being, like, because he's been ghosted, he's not really happy about it. Then we get a little bit of that part was very, like, nice, like where they explained how Moon became popular and how she became this hero. Her name was Flying to the Moon. That's why people know her as the Moon, like, her channel name. She was this travel vlogger, and as more and more she became popular, she gained her power. And then one day, when trying to stop a bad person, like, like a criminal, Moon saved her, and people had this whole like shipping thing started. Anyways, Moon gets Nice gets up, or Ling Ling obviously gets up and sees that she's alive. Like, so he's like, what the hell happened? What did I see? He thinks that, oh, it was just probably I was just tired, so that was like an hallucination or something. But I feel like there's something more to it. We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, Moon, we get to see Moon's true personality here. She's not this person that we see on the screen. She actually has, obviously, like, human emotions. She's not happy about this whole situation. Miss J has put her in a contract. Same with Moon as well. They're both in a contract where, yeah, like, they cannot really do anything to get out of it. But Moon is like, screw this contract, I'm going to leave. But Miss J is like, nope, now you both are you going to get married because the people wants it. And they stuck them in that room and just left them for like a long amount of time. And like, then this is also where we get to that section where all of them, like, both of them throw strawberries at each other and the statue. And this is where Moon tells Nice that do not become like that. Nice, the original Nice, he had this whole cleanliness thing because people saw him like that, and that's how people's perception of you changes you as a, like, yeah, as a hero. So please don't be like that. Please retain your individuality. Anyways, this is also where later on you can see that Moon tells, like, this part is kind of funny because I actually thought they were sleeping side by side, but then I realized she was using the portal to talk to him. But yeah, she said that, like, the portal only lets her go to Moon only, nowhere else she can go. And I did think, like, how did her power manifest then? She didn't even meet Nice before. But then I remembered that people's perception of you changes the power. So she probably manifested the power as normal teleportation, but after meeting Nice and with all that stuff happening, people focus more on their relationship, so her power changed into a portal that can only go to Nice. Yeah, and that's why in the end as well, when people wished her freedom, she got this power where she could, like, teleport to someplace else. Anyways, that was that. After, and 1 month passes, nobody's budging. Nice makes a little swing for her, and she swings. And then after that, 1 week later, both of them decide to go with the ceremony. But in comes Rek, and we get to know that this is all supposed to be a scenario. So basically, 1 week later, when they were still discussing about this thing, Nice like brought up something like, oh, why don't we make it so that it seems like Moon is like, me and Moon broke up. But Mrs. J is like, that won't do because your popularity will drop. So we can kill her off, fake her death. And that's going to make people more emotional. That's going to probably increase your rating as well. We can do that. And also, Moon will get her freedom. So that's what they decided to do. So they brought in Rek to do that, but Rek came in and just went on a rampage because he's not happy about the situation. He's like, why did you ghost me? And then realized that this is not really nice. And he then brings him to like the top. And this part was beautifully done. The whole cinematography and like, the 3D to 2D transition, and then again to the 3D transition. And that was fantastic. And where is that part? That part was done so smoothly. Let me just go and check that. Yeah, yeah, to make the impossible possible. I just realized something. You know what? Why I came back to this section? Because I wanted to check something. If there is a clicking sound, hand clicking, just go to this part and try to focus. You'll hear it when the 2D and 3D transition was happening. Yep. So I think I can understand what they're doing here. We are seeing everything from maybe from that guy X's perspective. The guy with the click, number one hero. Who changes things from 3D to 2D or something. That probably in the previous episode when the 2D 3D transition happened, he clicked as well. I'll need to go and check that. Clicked his finger. Wait a minute. There's another section where he again from 2D he becomes 3D, right? Does he click again then? No, I don't think we can see it like that. But anyways, that part you can go and just listen to the sounds. You'll sound like someone's clicking their fingers. Anyways, that's why I went back to the scene to check that. Anyways, so yeah, that's what happened. They fought a little bit. Like that part was done beautifully. The battle section. In the end, he defeated Rek, and Rek falls down. Moon also falls down, but Moon's like, like it's slit, like it's bleeding. For a moment, Nice actually thought that she got hurt, but she's like, oh, like, silly, this is nothing, it's just a fake blood. And and you can see that he starts crying, by grabbing Moon and like, going down. And I feel like another reason that probably like enhances his emotion is because he saw her dead before, if you remember. And he he really like, like Moon, like Moon was like his inspiration. So seeing her like, obviously she's acting, but even if she was acting, seeing her like that probably reminded him of that scene as well, maybe like, yeah. Anyways, but she also like said a lot of emotional stuff here as well, like, like I must bid you farewell, all these things that made him cry. And he was genuinely in that moment, because his admiration for Moon was genuine. That's why he actually started crying. You know, and sometimes when watching, like things, you start feeling emotion as well. And no, it's not really the same. You could say the audience probably, when the audience became sad, it was probably something like that. But for Moon and Nice, it was more personal. Nice personally interacted with her, so he had a more emotional connection with her than anyone else. Yeah, and even it was so like, like so he was so much emotional at that point that even Mrs. J started crying. Like, that was surprising. I wasn't expecting that. And she's like, this guy is good. Right. Anyways, after that, in the later on, he tells everyone that please let Moon be free, pray for her freedom so that she can go wherever she wants. And because people did that, later on, like Nice gives Moon the thing, and shoots it and makes it like a portal to some different like beach or something. And he's like, this is why people like wanted her freedom. prayed for her freedom. And yeah, in the end, before leaving, Moon was like, this is my calling, this is what I want to do. What is your calling? What do you want to do? Have you thought about it? And then suddenly the TV starts playing, and he has said in the press conference he wants to be the top 10. And Moon is like, okay, so you have something you want to do, so best of luck, you know. And yeah, and she leaves, and she left the thing as well, the gun thing, because she doesn't want to rely on that power anymore. She wants to be free. Anyways, that was beautifully done. And then in the end, we have this guy, the talk show host, who is like realized that this match is different, and he's mad. He's like, oh my god, I'm going to show them. And this is where we have this spider robot thing come and tell him that, you know what, like, if you're a hero, you need to be like rely on the excuse me, people. But if you use fear, then you don't need to rely on anyone. You can be yourself. You can cultivate the fear yourself. So yeah, come to this side. And now he became a whole ass villain. So yeah, that was really good, and a really good episode. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So that is it. That was my reaction to episode number 2 of To Be Hero. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure To Be Hero X, sorry, episode number 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of To Be Hero X. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.